What's going on, beautiful world? Thank you guys for tuning in to ACTVPLUS.com, and you are watching Culture Club, where we like to spell club with two B's. Like we do on every episode, I want you to reintroduce yourself from our right to our left, state your name, and are you excited for the snow that's supposed to come in Tuesday?
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Megabody, and I am so excited about the snow. I need to do some stuff at the house. I need to unpack some more stuff, so it'll force me to be in.
So the snow means that you ain't got to go nowhere.
It means that I won't be going nowhere.
All right.
Everybody's Terry's gym shoes. Am I excited about the snow? Sometimes.
What are you giving right now?
He said what he said. Sometimes.
No, I love you talking and stuff.
I do love being in the house, drinking hot cocoa, watching the kids go outside and play, because I'll be inside. Yeah, maybe some chili cooks.
Is this the way you talk to the boys?
Yep, that's it.
What's going on, world? I am Wes, and I can care less. I'm from up north, and I'm used to the snow. So it is what it is. But I do like it when it snows here, because when it snows here, the whole Atlanta shuts down for some reason. Yeah. Baby, y'all ain't seen no kind of snow. Come up north.
We don't want to see it.
All right.
So it's uncanny.
Hey everybody, I'm David. I'm from up north too, and I am tired of the snow. Every time I go back home, I say, damn, how did I survive 25 years up here? This snow. It's supposed to be hot Atlanta, and that's what it needs to remain.
Right, I thought so
this
too.
This is very disappointing.
Right.
That's it.
All right.
Next.
Sir.
First off, not y'all trying to put Elsa out of a job. Secondly, I am Cordell Omari, and I am excited for the snow because that means I don't have to go to work.
Amen.
All right.
This is your boy Kellington, and once again, I'm from upstate New York, from up north, like a lot of these other guys are, and I do not like the snow. That's why I left. That's why I'm here. I've been here for about 3 years now, and I think this is the first time I've seen as much snow this past week, and I'm not looking forward to the upcoming snow.
Clubbers contest. Be a subscriber and vote for the best dress for each episode to potentially win a prize. If you are a YouTube subscriber, leave a comment voting for best dress on episode 10, 11, and this is currently 12. On episode 13, there will be a random pick of someone who voted for best dress to win a gift card. If you are a subscriber on ACTVPlus.com, leave a comment voting for best dress on episode 10, 11, and 12. On episode 13, there will be a random pick of someone who voted for best dress to win Culture Club merchandise and a gift card. Your comment should state who you feel is best dressed to the episode theme and type #voted to be considered for the draw on episode 13. Must be a subscriber and must write #voted in the comment. Today's theme is whatever the hell you want to wear. All right, so that is the theme. We have Megabody over here. What would you call this, sir?
It's a little, I don't know, we just gonna say cross look.
Cross look? What would you call this?
Probably will call this He by Hooray.
He by Hooray. I would call this Cozy Purple.
Oh, cozy.
Grown and sexy, athletic, comfortable.
All right.
This is definitely giving comfortable.
All right.
This is my get ready to go out gear.
All right. There we go. There we go. All right. We're going to play this again.
Hello. Do you need a break from life? Do you want to vibe with positive people who get your energy? Then come on the Bro and Sis cruise in March of 2025. We are going on Virgin Voyage Valiant Lady destination Riviera Maya. This will be my third time with this cruise line, and I want this trip to be different. Let's pack out the ship and create an amazing memory next year. Top 3 reasons to go. It's adults only. Virgin Voyage is a fun, sexy, modern ship, and the food options are awesome. Go to ltravels.co/Viva la Virgin to give the group credit with Virgin, and let's party and vibe in 2025. Need help setting up your uplift to pay for the trip? Contact us and we will help you. Let's party like it's 2025.
First off, he sounds way younger than you. And second off, I think the category on the site is I don't want to say they called it urban. They called it something else.
They called it nigga.
They called it something else. But
I'm stuck on sound way younger than you.
Way? Why you put the way
That
on
was a
there?
bomb.
That was the Corday moment. My bad. I apologize.
I get you straight.
Did you just ask the man in the last episode if he was slow? Why he was
I just
five?
wondered because that voice sounds like me.
Because
Hey,
you
if you
said he
guys
was
want to
five
come on
in
a
preschool, so I
great
asked.
cruise for
I'm
3 or 4
sorry.
days, come on, hop on in.
I'm sorry.
That sounds like my voice, and I think you submitted my voice to AI.
If you say so.
I mean, technically, when you sign that contract to be on this show, it does give your likeness away to West to use for this platform. So.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go to the
Yeah,
comments
we
on
defined.
episode 9. Big boys, cops, people with degrees, and more. That particular episode had a lot going on in that episode. Marbles 529 says, "That's right, a day. Don't let them sway you." Oh, for the poly stuff, like he was
Not
I don't
really.
know. Christopher Taylor, shout out to Chris, says, "I agree with the person with the bold and blunt question. Within the LGBTQ community, if you don't look like you
Fall out of the issue of GQ, you might as well not exist.
got you. Not all of us are worried about or can afford to wear the expensive fashions." Okay. Great show, bro. What is that? I am TJ King. Then we have, "Once you go poly, breaking rules and boundaries are a probably." Shout out to
Or probably.
the baby.
I wonder if they have experienced a poly relationship.
How would you pronounce that? Baby M.
We're going to do something like
Miami.
this on the screen.
Miami Am.
Okay.
Baby.
Aaron Michael, what city do you guys film in? I would love to come watch you film. I would love to be a guest. Actually, we are in Atlanta.
Save that
Aaron,
for the live show, honey.
And,
come on, live show.
and we don't know what the date is, but we got a live show coming up, so please stay tuned for that.
Sean says, "I will never be a fan of." Oh Lord, I will never be a fan of Megabody. His commentary was prejudiced and ignorant as hell. No one needs to change anything, and 300 pounds does not mean they are not unattractive, disproportional.
Here.
He could be curvy, muscles, anything. Hell, probably bodying more than you body. Ooh, okay. By the way, Jay did nothing wrong. Expressions and all. Y'all was wrong, period, for what you all were saying about trans people and the respectability politics and all. And whoever hating on him because of that say a lot about y'all. People can make faces. It's okay. Y'all make them all the time.
That must be
Stop
his
it.
friend. He must be his best friend.
Got to be his friend.
First
Let's go back
off,
to this first part. Hold on. Give me a second. Come call my name.
Yes.
Let's go back to this first part. What is that?
You have the floor.
And before I even
300
get started, bitch, what the fuck I said is what the fuck I said, and that's what I meant. Now, what was that?
Period,
first part?
About the 300-pound Bold and Blunt, the guy that walked in and was like, he said that all of us would not find him attractive because of his
So much
stats.
love. What are you talking
A
about?
positive comment.
he did.
You must be
He didn't say
crazy or
anything that was out of the
something.
way.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I ain't say nothing bad about him.
He didn't say nothing out of the way at all about him. At all.
But baby, let me tell you this. Don't go knocking on Megabody though, because I got a mouth. I don't give a what y'all talking about.
They may not be as nice as me.
Delusional.
Right. Come on, nice as you. You think you nice?
Hell yeah.
You think so? You think so?
I'll say I am nice. I'm a nice guy. I mean,
You're the politically correct guy. But we're
Very
all nice
much so.
guys.
I think y'all.
Very much so.
I'm probably a little bit nicer than y'all.
Is that what you want to call it?
It's like, why? All right. Deanna says, yes, you better fart to release that unwanted gas in your body. I was told by my late uncle it's better out than in.
Facts.
I know that's right.
Amen.
Can't take
I like a man that
anything
like
black gays do seriously. I'm tuning in to watch a talk show thinking they're going to have an interesting conversation. And the first thing I hear is, when was the last time you farted? Oh,
Well, hey, y'all, we
can
like
we
to keep it fun
I
sometimes.
don't get it.
Can we make it a rule?
sensitive.
Can we just make it a rule to not read bot comments, because these are bot comments. It doesn't even have a real name. These are not real comments from real people.
Some people don't know what like icebreakers
All
are.
right.
They don't.
Forbes says, great episode. I do not think Megabody understood Wes's point. There are many successful and learned people who are proud of their achievements, rightfully so. But there are also those that rub it in your face as if you are less of a human because you have not achieved what they have achieved. It is great that this has never been Megabody's experience, but he cannot dismiss Wes's experience just because he has never encountered it. I was once in a group of friends, at least I thought, where I had a diploma and I was driving a Polo, but this damn glare. I'm sorry, y'all. But the other 3 members of the group had Mercedes, and BMWs. At every turn, I was told to leave my car so that we arrive in the best cars at events. All 3 would be driving their cars, and I was the only passenger. That made me feel less than enough. I left the group, and today I have an SUV, 3 degrees, and I am an accountant. So yes, some people pass judgment based on what they have and what you have not have at the time. But also love yourself enough to leave a space that doesn't serve you. All right.
You said love yourself enough. That's what I suggest you do. Because whether somebody got 3 Mercedes, a Bentley truck, it don't matter what the fuck they got. They can talk about their accomplishments and all that. But what does that have to do with you? You can be happy for them and still be confident in your space. I drive a Nissan Rogue. It's paid for. I don't give a fuck what y'all hoes talking about.
Amen.
Bitches paid for in
Same.
full. I own that. People that have all these cars, I don't know what type of bills they got, what they did to get it, or whatever. They don't got nothing to do with me. My friends that are doctors, lawyers, we have friends that are homeless. Yeah. But we don't talk about our accomplishments to make them feel bad. But when somebody accomplishes something and they say, hey, I graduated from law school, we rally together to support them, whether we graduated from high school or not.
Mm-hmm. All right. This is going to be interesting, bold and blunt, guys. Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right. Get ready now.
Let's get it.
My name is Kelly. I am white and I watch Culture Club. I wish y'all had a white person on the show so I can relate, but I think the show is cool. I live in Wyoming and I am 28. I like black people, but sometimes they can be hypocrites. They don't want us to say the N-word, but they yell it to the rooftops. They complain about reparations and yet they destroy their towns and cities. They complain about cops killing them, but they kill themselves at high rates. My friend Denise is black and she is always complaining about her man, but she had a baby by him at 17 with no job. I just feel like black people have a lot of excuses and they don't take responsibilities for their actions. Why is that? And I voted for Kamala, by the way.
Can I start off by saying, what's his name? Kelly?
Kelly.
That's a woman.
Oh, it's a woman.
Kelly.
Yeah. Kelly, I think you started off pretty good, but by the time I got to the middle of this, you have really, really worked me the wrong way. I'm going to let them take this because you don't want to hear what I got to say.
I'll take it. Wow, Kelly, you started off good, and I love the name, but you just threw me because I'm not sure. Watch the previous episode because I actually apologized to Wes for not giving enough empathy. It's something you'll never understand what it is to be black. You'll never understand what it is to be afraid while you're driving and get pulled over. You'll never understand what it feels like to get the lowest of the pay and you got to constantly fight and fight and fight. You'll never know what it is to not have wealth passed down from generation to generation. You have to just struggle and you have to make it work and you grow up in a house of dysfunction. You'll never understand what it's not. You're not supposed to, right? But it's important for you to, because you have a black friend, that's not an excuse. Because you voted for Kamala, that's not an excuse. However, I do appreciate you watching this show because that means you're open to learning and we'll be here to teach you because I don't mind. Just like we'll never understand what it be like to be white privileged and not get pulled over, right? Or not to be judged or what it's like to get the highest pay. But you have certain discriminations as well. Being a woman, y'all get lower pay sometimes. But just always open yourself up to place yourself in someone's shoes, even though you can't imagine the fathom of what they go through. Just try to empathize and listen to examples. Maybe have your friend explain maybe examples and certain stories that happened to her, and you'll probably be able to understand a little bit better. But it's something that you're not supposed to, because maybe in your next life you'll come back as a black person and you'll understand.
I want to piggyback and point to you guys to answer specific parts of this bold and blunt. David, I like black people, but sometimes they can be hypocrites. They don't want us to say nigga, but they yell it to the rooftops. Respond.
I'm glad you pointed that out because I have to get this off my chest before it gives me chest pains.
Yes.
What I don't understand about some Caucasians with this viewpoint is what is so difficult about not saying one word?
That's derogatory.
What is so hard?
Like, why
Try to
would
be
you want
put.
to use the word?
Y'all control so many things. Like, why do you have to have control over the A word? Like what's the big deal? You can't say one word. You're gonna die if you can't say it. Don't say the word.
Saying it already.
Take it out your vocabulary. You don't have to understand it. If that's the route you go, if that's the route you're gonna take, you don't understand why, and it's hypocritical. All right, fine. I'm tired of fighting about the word. I'm just asking you not to say one word.
All right. Corday, they complain about reparations and yet they destroy their towns and cities. Respond.
I'm going to start this response off first with saying, Kelly, you were going in a good direction until it became condescending. I don't like condescending commentary when it comes to the black community and white people wanting to be supportive of it. You're not trying to be a supporter. You're not trying to be a friend. And these needs to run. Back to the question that you asked. There is some fact into that. Yeah, we do have black people that do get a little rowdy and they like to riot and tell their own cities. That's something I never understood. But again, Kelly, you being a white woman that you are from Wyoming at the age of 28, that ain't your place to ask that question. We'll figure that out in our own community. I don't have anything else to say because you've already pissed me off for today.
All right. Kellington, they complain about cops killing them, but they kill themselves at high rates. Respond.
They complain about cops killing them. Okay, well, cops are supposed to be there to serve and protect. So I feel like, yeah, we're going to complain about cops killing us because they should not be killing us for the reasons that they're doing. Like, we just seen something on TV where we was watching a thing in New York where they ran all over through and the cops just chased the car down the road. Let that have been one of us. Like you said, we would have been all shot up. So I think that, yeah, we should complain about we being killed by cops. As far as, but we're killing ourselves at a higher rate, I feel like that has to do a lot with,
Does she?
where we're from, like your community, what you've been, your surroundings, your environment, what you've been brought up having to deal with. And it is unfortunate. Actually, we are killing ourselves, and it's sad. I can't sit up here. I really can't sit there and make no excuses because, as a people, we are killing ourselves. But that does not give cops the right to go and kill us as well.
White people going around killing everybody. Killing kids, they killing everybody. And they've been doing it for a long time.
True that.
Theaters.
All right. Well, this is an interesting bold and blunt. It's definitely bold and blunt.
She shitted on y'all when she said I voted for Kamala, by the way.
Oh, just shut y'all up.
What she shitting on?
Oh my God.
Yeah. All right. Moving on along.
We can hear y'all. We can hear y'all.
All right. Why are some straight people scared of gay people? David, have you ever encountered this particular situation where you felt that some straight people were scared of gay people, like maybe scared of going to a gay club or scared of, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know anyone personally that's straight that's actually scared of gay people, but I guess, people just fear what they don't understand, and some people just don't understand. Some people feel this way or that way about gay people, so that's just the position they choose.
Interesting. I don't know if I would necessarily use or attach the word scared to a lot of the situations. I don't even know if I would say uncomfortable. I don't know what I would say, but in some experiences, I've definitely seen it where I'll get invited to go out to a straight club, and I'm not necessarily a fan of going to a straight club, but let me invite one of my homies to go to a gay club. They're gonna be like, what? Why? And so I think the dynamic exists. It may not necessarily sit on the backs of the word scared, but there is some skewed decision making with regards to whether or not I'm going to a gay house function or a straight house function or a gay rally or a straight rally or whatever the case may be. There was a video floating around where these two men were sitting at a pool, and one guy was recording himself, and he was recording himself being watched by another guy that was sitting to the right of him. And a lot of people in the comments were saying that guy was disabled or had some kind of disability or whatever. And the black guy was going off. He was like, why are you looking at me? Da da da. Why is this dude looking at me? I'm not gay. I'm straight. Da da da. And he kept trying to ask the man what's up, and the guy couldn't respond in a way that made sense on camera. So I don't know. There's a lot of these instances where it's just sad that people have to go through these. Why are some straight people scared of gay people?
I wish we could have asked this to Justin. I think what we was able to observe was confidence. So if we was to ask Justin that, I think he would probably say from the energy that I got from him is that he's not. So I don't think really straight people are scared of gay people. I think the people that are curious, they're the ones that are scared of gay people.
Interesting. Corday?
I would say this: a lot of people are afraid of the unknown. So if they've never been around an environment, they don't know what they're walking into. And just to piggyback off what he said, if people are already bi-curious, already having those thoughts, they may be afraid that, hey, I may actually like this. And now how do I come out to my friends and family and tell them that I like what I've been around? Some people ain't ready for that conversation.
I just think that in that case, you're just not comfortable with yourself. Period. You know what I'm saying? If you're comfortable and secure in who you are, then I don't think you should be scared of anything, especially a gay man.
Pull the mic to you, sugar.
I think this is
I'm gonna say this. I think for West, this is the year of bottoming for
People gonna
West,
be Googling
2025. It's coming, baby.
People gonna be
You
Googling
giving that
those.
pussy up.
We giving that pussy.
First of all, ain't nothing about it. Just a pussy.
You got real deep. First of all,
I bet you he be calling it that though.
That's right.
Oh my god.
Megabody, why are some straight people scared of gay people?
So I do think that it's some type of fear or phobia. I think that there are many different reasons, but I just give an example. I think when I first met my first like drag or trans woman, I was a little scared. I remember Chanel, who was my first gay mom. I didn't have any other knowledge about trans women besides her, and so it was still, even when I opened up to kind of her, it was kind of her and then them. But there is a fear, and I can't really even speak to what it was, but it's different. It's the unknown. So I do think that it takes getting more knowledge about, what it looks like, and understanding that, we're human too. We're not monsters. You don't have to be scared of us. And I took one of my straight homeboys to a gay club, and the first thing he asked me was, are people gonna be like trying to come up to me? Are people gonna be trying to talk to me? And I had to let him know, bro, if you just standing there looking like you looking right now, ain't nobody gonna walk up to you because you don't look approachable. But if someone does come up to you and say, hey, just say what's up, bro, I'm straight.
Yeah.
See, that's why you got to ask them, when you go to a straight club, do people walk up to you and approach you then?
Sometimes they do.
I be feeling the same way.
And I can imagine somebody with, if
No,
you're
I'm not
handsome
saying,
or
I'm not saying
attractive.
you, I'm saying for him. Does anybody walk up to me and approach him when he's in the straight club?
Girl,
I can't speak to him, but I know when I'm in straight clubs, people come up to me.
I mean, of course, honey, you're adorable.
Girls flirt. I've had a girl pull up to me in the middle of the, like at the light and get my number.
But that's a good viewpoint. That's a good viewpoint what he said, because even when you're dealing with the same sex, right, and you may be a male, and
but it's different
maybe
for males.
A chick that's you're not even attracted to, you may come and try to holler at. You easily say, no, I'm good. I'm not interested in you, or I'm dating somebody else. The same way you could direct that energy toward a gay person or a person that's.
But what's wrong with somebody coming up to you? That's such a basic.
I don't know.
Well, would you feel comfortable with if you were heterosexual? Would you feel comfortable with a gay man trying to hit on you as a straight man? I think that could make someone feel uncomfortable, or
It could,
like
but
a gay
when you
man that like.
conceptualize it, it's human nature for people to try to interact, especially if they're in a group or a crowd.
I think interacting is different, than
especially if
somebody
you're attracted.
trying to get to you.
No, it
But
depends.
it's not like, okay, so to me, if you know you're going to a gay club and you're a guy, whether you're straight or gay, you already know there's a possibility that men are going to walk up to you. So when it happens, what's the point of you freaking out? You might as well just not go.
I think mentally that's something that you have to wrap yourself around. Even though you know that it may happen, it doesn't mean that it won't make you feel uncomfortable, because it's like us thinking about what would I do in this situation. That doesn't mean that you won't be uncomfortable if it comes up.
I want to say that it irks the out of me when women come talk to me. And so I can understand. I'm playing the opposite end of that. I can understand a straight man getting approached by a gay man. I don't like when women approach me. Ain't nothing about me wanting y'all, and it gets me, and I get aggravated. And I don't know if it's like a thing where I'm like, bitch, you should know. Goddamn, I don't want you. But then I understand that my demeanor.
You're so masculine, though.
I understand that my demeanor is not given that a lot of the times, which is why when we go to this cruise video that I keep posting on these episodes, you see me in my lingeries walking like I'm cunt fish down boots because I don't be wanting the women to talk to me.
Okay.
And
Okay.
That's why you go
Give masculine
that's
energy.
why I was given that. But pause. When I did that, they still wanted. I was so mad. They still wanted me, and I was so annoying. I'm like, bitch, I got a fan and everything. I'm flicking her and everything. Don't talk to me. So I get why the straight men feel some sort of way because I don't be wanting these women to talk to me. It gets me annoying. I'm just so annoyed.
I love
Our
women.
guest
I
has
love
something to
women.
say. Yes, David. You have the floor.
Yes. So I get all of that of what y'all saying. My thing is, you're not dying when it happens. It's still a human being. Still
I be
possible
feeling
they
like
can come and talk to you.
I be feeling like
I be feeling like that too. So I be annoyed. I be like, damn. I be like in my acting class or some group or something, not bothering nobody, not talking to nobody, and the girl come approach me like, hey, da da da. I'm like, all these straight dudes that come and flirt with y'all want to come to the dude that's
They don't look
not
like you.
saying
right.
They don't look like you.
All that privilege you got over
No,
there.
but I'm
Nigga,
not-
please.
My thing is straight men flirt. If y'all like, I know how my dad is. He just gonna flirt just to see if he still got it.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Someone
that's
don't
a
like that
characteristic of most straight men. So why are y'all approaching somebody that's literally not paying y'all no money? You got all these niggas out here.
Because if I was a female, I want to know if I got it.
That's the one I want.
But
Listen, women.
that's not how they
want to
that's
turn
not
you,
how
honey.
they-
Yourself. Next topic: Black people and their hatred towards gays, as gays are still hated by some black people. Has anyone? Well, we're all here black. Has anyone experienced hatred towards being gay? Because, yeah, hatred towards being gay by black people.
I don't know that I've experienced it directly, but we see cases of this all the time. You know, and it's hard, and we talked about this on a previous episode, whether we are tolerated or accepted. And I think that this is that space where, you know, they're tolerated, and when you're not doing what they feel like you should be doing, or you stop occupying the space of the service that you're in, and that's when you see that the actions that come out that's similar to, or that mirror hatred.
I live in a bubble, and in my bubble, it's me and my fantasy world. And what's a part of this fantasy world is that all black people love all black people. All black people, it's like a Wakanda. And everybody is, you know, staying book smart, staying street smart. Each one teach one, helping each other out, not fighting at bulldogs, not robbing each other, not doing nothing to each other. We're a community where, like, that the 19 black families that bought the 97 acres in Georgia to call it Freedom, Georgia. Like, that is amazing to me. And I just wish that from a young age to now that I knew what that felt like uninterrupted, and I never had the opportunity to discover what that could feel like because I am gay, and so experiencing that for me hurts more coming from people that look like me versus anybody else out there. And because I live in my bubble, and I think all black people should be united, period, because I feel like even with the given administration coming on right now, we're gonna have to stick together. But why can't we just like stick together because we're just black and we're dealing with so much, not even in America, but all over the world. Like, I went to Brazil, and even though Brazil has the highest population of black folk, I still was walking on the street being judged and taken advantage of. And it's just, I don't know, it's very interesting.
You are a tourist in that space. They can tell.
And listen, it's still interesting that even if I look like you, we not even helping each other out. I may not speak your language, but we look alike. And so again, that's my bubble I live in. And I know that's not the world that we live in, but I just always wished that as black people, we could just be black people and still stick together.
Rodney King, can we all just get along?
Can we all just get along? Gym shoes. Respond to this.
I never understood how black people can treat gay people so bad, only because the Caucasians, or back in slavery time, they hated us just for the color of our skin. So for us to accept that kind of hate and not be able to accept that, how are we able to accept, okay, you're gay and you can't help that, but I'm going to hate on that? But it's the same type of prejudice that we received for the color of our skin. So I just never could relate, and I don't understand. I don't like it, and I never want to like it.
Kellington.
I feel like definitely gays are still being hated by black people. I think a lot has to do with I hate to say it, but that religion plays a lot in it, buddy. You know what I'm saying? These church folks and so on and forth, so on, they preaching a lot of this, some bad things. You know, you got people that are just ignorant and they just listen to it and they just follow it because they said this is their leader and whatever he says goes. You know, so I definitely think church plays a big role in that.
All right, Corday.
I absolutely agree with Kellington. I do feel like religion and the church do play a lot in how gay people are treated in the black community, because a lot of times you can walk into a church and one thing that you most likely going to hear in a black church is a pastor making his sermon somewhere about homosexuality being wrong. I kid you not, almost every black church I've gone to, other than the church I currently go to, I've seen where the pastor diverted his conversation into homosexuality and how that is a big sin. We don't ever talk about the other sins. We only choose to pick sins that don't affect our lives directly. And that's what I hate. Now, I've never dealt with hatred up close and directly, but I know it's there. I've seen people look at me and stare at me certain ways because I live my life openly. And if I'm out in the street with my husband, I'm gonna hold his hand, I'm gonna kiss on him if I want to. And some people don't know how to take that.
I do think that the churches talk about all kinds of things that they consider sins. However, homosexuality is really, really high up. It's like the worst thing that you can be. People would rather for you to be a drug dealer or murderer, anything else, than to be gay. It's kind of crazy.
It is.
David.
That's interesting you guys are saying that, because I've been going to church faithfully for the past 2 years, and my pastor has never really touched on the subject.
Amen. Can we ask what church you go to?
Light of Joy.
Light of Joy.
Yeah. Now on this specifically, I just think I'll just say it's really disheartening, and I feel like this is why most black people are like this, and just people that dislike us in the world. It's really disheartening to hear people say, you chose this. This is a decision you made. You could have changed it somehow. Nobody would choose hate from like almost anything you could think of in the world. Plus God's going to send you to hell and everything. Nobody is consciously choosing that. We're not taking like the wrong pill or checking the wrong box. We don't have a choice. Now, whether we was born that way, that's up for debate, whatever the case may be. It's here. Most of us, we tried to do something else. It didn't work. Nobody's choosing. So
That's
at
a great
least
point.
if you can stop saying that, then maybe we can have a further conversation. But if you're coming from that standpoint, hate away, because we're not gonna get nowhere.
All right. Next topic. Are black men held to a certain standard? What is it, and should it change? Corday.
I feel like black men are definitely held to a certain standard, especially like, again, in our community, black men are looked at to be the provider. You got to be the protector. You got to be strong. You got to be masculine. You got to be this. You got to be that. So yes, I do feel like we're held to a different standard.
What is okay? You said what is it, and should it change?
Should it change? Yeah. It should. I feel like we should treat everybody how they want to be treated as an individual. You got some black men that are not as masculine, so they may want to be a little more feminine. You shouldn't try to make him be masculine because that's what the standard of society says he should be.
All right, Kellington.
Yes, certainly. Black men are held to a certain standard. I feel like first off, being a black man is really hard. And I feel like we have to be just so much better. So I feel like just having to be so much better than other races. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that right there is yeah, that's it.
I think if you aren't a black man, you will never understand. And I've been a black man for 43 years, so I kind of get it. When I speak to the trials and tribulations that I've had to endure, speaking to maybe, and I hate when people try to compare the weights that each individual group carries. You can't really do that. We all carry weight. Okay? But like, I've always gotten into light debates with women about the issues that men have to endure, because women think that we just have it easy and it's all, the grass is greener on this side. And that's, again, going back to the comparison. I'm not going to say my struggles are harder or whatever than yours, but I don't think that you should try to compare it, because each person's struggle is different to them, one. And just like the weight of, let's see, actually, I'm not going to use that example. I will just say comparing your struggles to someone else is not necessarily a fair and or just thing to do, because you can't tell me how heavy or light to feel about the struggles that I have, and I can't tell you to do the same thing. But black men are definitely held to a certain standard, and if you aren't black and you're not a male, you probably will never get in. Sir.
I just want to say that, yeah, we do hold ourselves up to a certain standard, but when are we going to take charge and let people know the way to address us? And I'm saying this just from the past experience from the trans guests that we have. And I realized two things: that people like to be addressed as a whole, and then as well, how do you want to be treated separately or as an individual? Where the fuck did we get that it was okay to call it Black Friday? Where the fuck did we get it?
Wait, what?
That actually came
I'm going in different directions. Like everything
slave
that's,
times.
what I'm
Slave
trying to
sold.
relate
Hear 'em
to
out,
is that
hear 'em out,
everything
hear 'em
that is related to black is always in a negative light. Black Friday, that's the day where sales. I guess you look at the history, it's deeper than that. That's when black people were sold for less on Black Friday. We don't look at a lot of things. Or a blackout or blackout day, or just everything that's related to black is just always negative. So when are we going to take that power back from us and compare it to something that's positive, interchange it to something positive? I don't understand that. So I think it should change. When it change, that'll be the change I'll be loving to see. Black Friday should be the most expensive day.